You may have seen this last league or on Build of the Week. It gets boring. It's fast and zoomy, but after a while, you kind of stop seeing enemies on the screen. You don't even have to aim. You kind of just walk up to loot that's on the floor, and skilled enough, you even stop seeing uber bosses. I mean, unless they go invincible, of course, and kill you first. All of this footage was on the slow, poor man's Saboteur version of the build. Assassin is way faster, and I did not use a Mage Blood, nor the ridiculous Spectre buffs available in Affliction. Welcome back to Blade Blast of Unloading. Now with Archmage! Blade Blast of Unloading hits 11 times if you cast it with 10 Blade Vortex stacks, and it has a good damage effectiveness of 250% per hit. So from one 11 stack Blade Blast, you get 2750% damage effectiveness. Now we just need added flat damage, and this league, Necropolis, has handed that to us in spades. Enter Archmage, which doesn't support brand skills. But we're not a brand build, we're a self-cast build. The brands merely reload our shotgun, and our shotgun absolutely loves flat damage. It pays the cost once and gets 11 hits out of it. Now that is a good deal. This relieves the pressure on all the scaling coming from the power charge set items, if you will, which you may never find in SSF, because now we can craft, find, and use decent mana rares instead. The build overall will be a lot smoother and faster to play. With automation halving that generation requirement, we can now squish this 4 to 5 key presses every 10 seconds or so to just 1 every 10 seconds. That's like 300% less upkeep. I cannot wait to try this out. Finally, the build was so squishy last league that even a little bit of help from Archmage and MOM makes it way tankier than before, so that's something to look forward to. Your league start is going to be with Jungron's Arma Brand Recaller Saboteur. It's so good. It got buffed this league too. It's very smooth to start. It doesn't need a transfigured gem, and he just updated it, right? So link in the description to that. The Arma Brand tree has a very high overlap with ours. We have both Brand Recaller Saboteurs, and who knows, if you end up liking his build, stick with that, right? You can always switch later after you've made your pal and have figured out more stuff. I will have a brief written guide on how to get through the campaign on Arma Brand, but Jungron is the foremost authority on that subject, so please look at what he's done instead. And that's it. I'm really sorry I could not put more detail or do a deep dive into the build just yet. I just planned and had my wedding, so I've been kind of busy, and I have a day job, so there just hasn't been that much spare time to really go into super deep details. I'm also very bad at video editing, as you can see, so it's really a struggle for me to put out content on YouTube. I do, however, reply and maintain the forum thread aggressively, because I can do that in small pockets, right? On commutes and stuff. And it's just a great place to exchange information with other players and archive the build across the years. So if you have burning questions, ask in the comments, sure, but there are a lot of those already answered on the thread. There's also the deep mechanics write-up there that hasn't changed, and I will actually develop this league a DPS calculator that shows just how much more damage we're getting from activations. So plug your numbers in there and you'll get a realistic DPS output. We can min-max the shit out of this build together. So stay tuned for updates, Exiles, and let's have a great league together. Stay sane.